So our main message is, look, there are 111 million Americans that are aged 50 and above. Altogether, they have $30 trillion of assets. So they have a little bit of disposable income, and above all, they have a lot of needs, more urgent needs and complex needs that they are crying and screaming for innovation. We follow the whole design thinking. There is a thought that you design for all. So you look at the spectrum of needs on both edges, if you will, and you basically design the best experience to meet the needs of the people on the fringes, and in the end, you can provide the best experience for everybody. So I am the most excited about artificial intelligence and voice technology. I think that will be an amazing next frontier, and also quote-unquote UI, if you will, for the people, especially in our demographics, because it's so much more intuitive to talk to an Alexa than it is to try to navigate the menu options on a phone. Financial brands, I think everyone is trying to figure out how to service the older demographics. As you mentioned, right, for the longest time, everyone is thinking about how do we capture the millennial market? What are we going to do with the wealth transfer? Let's make sure that we get them on board before they walk away. But people don't typically take a step back and think about, what about the people that already have the assets with us, right? How can we surface them better? How can we provide a better multi-generational experience, right? So we surface the entire family and not just one particular generation. So I think from a more traditional financial institution perspective, there is work to do. But from a startup perspective, I would say there are a few, not a lot, that have started to look at what is it that we can do to meet the needs of people as they get older. So in terms of financial planning, how do we leverage artificial intelligence to do a better job in planning for their finances? Not so much in terms of age, but more so in terms of the life stage and the needs. There's also a startup that started thinking about decumulation of wealth. So instead of accumulating, where that's what most people are thinking about, how do we help them best leverage the assets that they have and strategize on what is it that they have, what is it that they will need, and how much they can afford to spend on a day-to-day basis. If you asked me 20 years ago, I would say yes, it's probably for the little bit skewer younger generation, but nowadays 50 is like the new 30, right? And I would say tech is for all. If you are conscious and thoughtful when you're designing the tech, it can be good for everyone and anybody, regardless of what age group and demographics and background they're in.